Okay. Job 2. Again there was a day when the sons of God came to present themselves before the Lord, and Satan came also among them to present himself before the Lord. And the Lord said unto Satan, From whence comest thou? And Satan answered the Lord and said, From going to and fro in the earth, and from walking up and down in it. And the Lord said unto Satan, Hast thou considered my servant Job, that there is none like him in the earth, a perfect and an upright man, one that feareth God, and he escheweth evil. And still he holdeth fast his integrity, although thou movest me against him to destroy him without cause. And Satan answered the Lord and said, Skin for skin, yes, all that a man hath will he give for his life. But put forth thine hand now, and touch his bone and his flesh, and he will curse thee to thy face. And the Lord said unto Satan, Behold, he is in thine hand, save his life. So went Satan forth from the presence of the Lord, and he smote Job with sore boils from the sole of his foot unto his crown. And he took him a potsherd to scrape himself with, and he sat down among the ashes. Then said his wife unto him, Doest thou still retain thine integrity? Curse God and die. But he said unto her, Thou speakest as one of the foolish women speaketh. What? Shall we receive good at the hand of God, and shall we not receive evil? In all this did not Job sin with his lips. Now when Job's 3 friends heard of all this evil that was come upon him, they came every one from his own place. Eliphaz the Temanite, and Bildad the Shuhite, and Zophar the Naamathite, for they had made an appointment together to come to mourn with him, and to comfort him. And when they lifted up their eyes afar off, and knew him not, they lifted up their voice and wept. And they rent every one his mantle, and sprinkled dust upon their heads toward heaven. So they sat down with him upon the ground 7 days and 7 nights, and none spake a word unto him, for they saw that his grief was very great. Okay, first I'm going to look up eschewed, because that word is very good description of the way that we should approach evil and sin. Okay, so here we go. Free dictionary here online. And it says to avoid and stay away from deliberately, to stay clear of, keep away from, keep out of the way of someone or something, to shun or avoid. Okay, that's good. Eschew. Okay. So here's my notes that I took. The sons of God came before him, and Satan was among them. Well, he wasn't with them, but, kind of tagging along. He had just come from going up and down on the earth once again, and God asked him to consider Job once again, even though, they had already tested Job one time. And he was perfect, and he was upright still he maintained, God maintained him through this. Still held integrity. He still held his integrity even when considering death, because obviously by this point, Job is like, well, everybody else died, and and all these bad things are happening to me. I might die too. So, but still, he didn't sin against God. Satan, said to God, skin for skin, all a man has, he will trade for his life. And for a lot of men, this is true. But for the generation of the righteous, I do believe that that they're ready to receive, even a very burdensome tribulation for the Lord, and to endure it, because it's like Paul said, the race is not to the strong or the fast, but to whom God chooses. So, if God's chosen you, and He's chosen to, basically cover you with his wings, and and overshadow your head, and protect you, your front and your back, and to chastise you, like a son, and all these things that are good. Some of them might be hard, but in the end, this is what the race is all about. It's a race to glory, and it's all for the glory of God. Okay, so Satan tempts God to put his hand forth to plague Job, to test him. Okay, and the Lord gave Satan permission along with order to save his life. Okay, Satan went forward and he smote Job with sore boils from the head to toe. I don't know if any of you have ever had a boil. but I've had one at a time, and to have them from head to toe, I don't know if many people could hack it because that's pretty brutal. Okay, his wife asked him if he still retained his integrity, and then he said, "Why?" She said, "Why don't you just curse God and die?" And it makes me wonder, where the heck did Job get his wife? Why she say these types of things, man? That'd be real tough. Like you're really going through it, but you're trying to just trying to gut it out, and just endure it. And then your wife comes and says something discouraging like that. But every one of Jesus' disciples departed from him before his death, so it's kind of fitting. Job asks if it is right that we receive good and not evil to his wife, and it's a very good point. And Job's 3 friends, they show up and they mourn with him 7 days and 7 nights. So yeah, 7 days and 7 nights. I can't imagine just sitting there watching one of my friends just writhing around in pain for 7 days and 7 nights. That'd be pretty upsetting. I'd probably be hard for me not to cry for my friend, be real mournful and real, just try to say something to encourage him, because I don't even, I got a friend right now, his name's Brandon Bowers, and he's got a hurt foot, and he just had surgery, and I talked to him on the phone, and it's good to talk to him on the phone, but it still makes me sad that he tells me like his foot hurts and everything like that. So I pray for him and everything, but it still kind of bums me out. So everybody pray for Brandon Bowers that his foot would heal pretty properly, or however the Lord wants it, and that he'd be able to get back to whatever the Lord would have for him. And yeah, today it's a pretty nice day outside. We got a little cloud covering and it's a little moist out there, but at least it's not too cold. I don't know. Job, the book of Job, it's awesome. And it's really weird when you start reading it and then things like that start happening right as you're reading it, because when I started Job this time, it really started coming alive. The Word of God, it's alive. It's like a living thing, and it's pretty rad when it starts showing up in your life, and either through some action that you didn't even think twice about, or just having like similar events show up in your life that you're already kind of like prepared for because it was in the Bible, and then you have a similar thing happen, and you're already like ready to deal with it, because the Lord knew it was going to happen to you. It's pretty awesome and amazing, and the Lord is very gracious, very merciful. So I'll see you guys tomorrow with chapter 3. Okay? Love you guys.